Hello everyone, Donut Donny here, and this is kind of like a special YouTube exclusive of what I'm currently doing over on the Twitch channel. Um, I generally do most of my Football Manager streams live on that channel, but I do occasionally move stuff over to my YouTube, like this one, and this one is my Journeyman save, and I'm just telling you what's been going on since I first started this. I first started this save many months ago, and if people don't know what a journeyman save is, it's basically you start the game unemployed, and then from there, with very little skills, you then load certain leagues onto the database and you go and apply for jobs in any country that has you, basically. I also deliberately on this save did not load up any of the big five leagues. That means there was no England, France, Germany, Italy, or Spain. I actually loaded many other different countries, and I got a job after being unemployed in the game for about 6 months, which thankfully wasn't much on. I didn't do much of that as a stream because it'd be incredibly boring. But I ended up in Finland is my first job, and this was my first job, and it was at FC Honka, and I was managed there for about I think it was about 6 months in the end, and basically we did not have a really good season when me as a manager. I did struggle. I did try various things, and yes, I left before I got pushed basically, and then I became unemployed again for another 6 months, and then I ended up with I think it's Shetland Druids in Wales, and I had a really good 1.5 seasons there. During this time, we I first joined them when they were, I think, 11th in the league, in the Welsh Football League, this league here, which I'll load up straight away for you when it lets me. This is what the league looks at the moment. Obviously, I'm not there anymore. My Sheffield Druids were, I think, 11th when I took over from them back in 2 seasons ago, and I moved them successfully right up to 8th. They were a semi-professional side, very few contracts, so a lot of my players left on frees, and many of them actually, I think, especially one of my really good prospects, who I think it's Ryan Hayes, I think he was called, a Welsh under 19 player. He moved to New Saints, the only professional side in the league, and New Saints actually won that league by, I think, 30 odd points in the end. If let's see if we can actually look at the league. There we go. There's the league overall, and we go back to 2 seasons ago. This is when I joined. Yeah, they finished 33 points ahead. They were doing basically a Liverpool, who are doing in the league at the moment, and I took my Sheffield Druids from 11th right up to 8th. The next season, I was their manager full time, and we did the impossible. We basically became league champions, and we were topped by just 2 clear points. New Saints started badly, which helped us greatly. They were actually 8th or 9th during halfway through the beginning of the season, but they were gradually getting closer and closer to us. We then had a little bit of a bad run, but we managed to hold on to the title, and we actually went into the Champions League, which was amazing for us. Sadly, we didn't stay in the Champions League for long because we were against some really good opposition. If I go and try to find out what happened during that season, if I just look at the senior squad, there you go, and then let's go back a season when I was their manager, and here we go. I was doing the manager during the first part of the season. We beat 2 Estonian sides, surprisingly, in the qualifying rounds, and we got into against AK Asta, and we were simply beaten by the better team. There, by the way, they are a. If I just find that out for you, they were a Kazakhstan side, I think. Yes. Yeah, they were the Kazakhstan champions basically, and we got hammered in both games. So, but then we're given another chance to stay in Europe, and my main aim was, I was thinking of moving to another side anyway, is I wanted to stay with them until they get knocked out of Europe, and we went into the Europa League qualifying league, and we sadly met some more good opposition. This side here, who the Armenian champions, and we lost 3-2 on aggregate, and that's when we left Europe. I then decided after we got knocked out to actually leave Druids because I thought I was going to get to a better side. But during that time, I actually ended up managing. I never tried international football before, and definitely not on stream. So I decided to go to the Indonesian under-23 side, and we have done amazingly well. During that time, I have won quite a few. I won an Asian Cup tournament, and I've won, as you can see here, the Asian Cup tournament here. We beat Japan under-23s in the final 4-0. They beat Australia in the semi-final. Australia are probably one of the biggest under-23 sides in the Asian Cup. And then a couple of months later, in August, September, when I was still unemployed because I still didn't find my job, unemployed in domestic league, we then went to the Asian Cup Games football tournament and we won it. We beat Philippines under-23s 3-0. As you can see, we beat South Korea quite a few times in friendlies. I think with 4 games unbeaten against them. I'm going to stick with the Indonesian under-23 sides until there's a better international job. But the problem is with this side is also the national pool of Indonesian players you can get under 23, under 19 is very small, and it decreases every season because I don't think you get regens, or I haven't seen any regens anyway. So I might eventually leave anyway and try to apply for a bigger club if I can. But yeah, the Indonesian under-23 is a good, nice sort of like alternative management in this Journeyman stream. I left Sheffield Druids before the season really started, and you can see there how many cups I won for Indonesian, 2 cups. And now the stream is currently in Israel, and I'm the manager of this side, who I thought they will actually tell you the name of the side there. Sorry, I'll just give you a better screen. There you go. I can't actually pronounce my own team side, but here they are. And we're currently, I joined last season and we did pretty well. We managed to stay where we were. So if we go to the competitions, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Go to the competitions and there's the league table. Go to the league here. There we go. And we finished 7th in the league. I only just recently joined them. They were about 8th or 9th, and I managed to get them up to 7th. And currently the game, as well as doing this recording, we are currently top of the league after 6 games, winning 5, losing just 1. And that was actually against the champions of last season, who were Maccabi Haifa. We lost 3-1 to them. But we're currently top the table of the Israeli league, and I'm finding the Journeyman series enjoyable. And I think my aim is to stay with this team for at least this season, maybe next season, and then apply again for another club. The amount of leagues that we've got loaded at the moment in this Journeyman save is slightly different to other saves that I've done. We've got all these countries loaded up when it lets me. There we go. Austria, Belgium, various big European countries. I added in Italy and Germany because originally I wasn't going to put these major leagues in because I wasn't actually getting no job. So I got a little bit fed up being unemployed, so I actually added these in, and then eventually I got this Israeli job, which is actually very enjoyable. So Scotland's in there. Again, I'm avoiding England and Spain if I can, and see how it goes. So that's kind of like an introduction of what this Journeyman save is for me at the moment. It's very enjoyable. I hope you can join me when I do these live streams. Obviously on my Twitter account I will make announcements when I do go live, and occasionally I'll post on my Facebook as well. On Twitter I'm Donut Donny. You can easily find me on that. And then I hope you can join me because these Twitch streams are very enjoyable and good fun. So this is Donut Donny signing off. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.